When your RPM is climbing, but your car is not picking up speed, it's most likely that you are having a slipping clutch. And if your car shivers, shakes, or chatters every time you take off from a stoplight, the flywheel may be the real problem. But hold on a bit, because it's not just that simple. And I will show you a bit, because if you get it wrong, you may spend a lot of money and time removing the transmission only to fix the wrong part, since their signs can slightly overlap. Which is why in this video, I am going to show you how to tell the difference between a bad clutch, a bad flywheel, a failing dual mass flywheel, and a clutch hydraulic problem. Then I'll show you the correct repair path for each one. But first, let's look at the difference between these parts. So, the clutch disc is the friction part that grabs the flywheel and transfers engine power into the transmission. The pressure plate clamps the clutch disc against the flywheel. The flywheel is the metal surface the clutch grips onto, and it also helps smooth engine vibration. So when the clutch fails, the biggest symptom is usually slipping. The engine revs, but the car does not accelerate properly. When the flywheel fails, the biggest symptom is usually vibration, chatter, rattling, or rough engagement when the clutch grabs. Let's start with the clutch. The most common sign of a worn clutch is slipping. You press the accelerator, the RPM jumps, but the car feels slow, weak, or delayed. This is usually worse in higher gears, when climbing hills, or when accelerating hard. You may also smell a burning odor, like burnt paper or burnt brakes, especially after traffic, hill starts, or aggressive driving. Here is a simple high gear test. Find a safe road, drive at a low speed in 4th or 5th gear, then press the accelerator firmly. If the RPM climbs quickly but the car does not gain speed at the same rate, the clutch is slipping. You can also do a quick stall test, but do it carefully and only in a safe, open area. Stop the car, set the parking brake firmly, keep your foot on the brake, put the car in 4th or 5th gear, and slowly release the clutch. A healthy clutch should try to stall the engine quickly. If the engine keeps running, the car barely reacts, or the clutch slips instead of stalling the engine, the clutch is likely worn. Do not hold it there for long, because this test can overheat the clutch. Now here is how you fix a slipping clutch. First, the transmission has to come out. Start by disconnecting the battery, lifting and supporting the car safely, and removing anything blocking access to the transmission. Depending on the vehicle, that may include the starter, axles, driveshaft, shift linkage, clutch slave cylinder, transmission mounts, or crossmember. Once the transmission is out, remove the pressure plate bolts evenly a little at a time, then remove the pressure plate and clutch disc. Inspect the clutch disc. If the friction material is thin, burnt, cracked, glazed, oily, or worn down near the rivets, replace it. But do not replace only the clutch disc. Replace the full clutch kit. That means the clutch disc, pressure plate, and release bearing, also called the throwout bearing. Before installing the new clutch, check for oil contamination. If the old clutch disc is oily, look for a leaking rear main seal, transmission input shaft seal, or hydraulic leak inside the bell housing. Fix that leak first. If you install a new clutch without fixing the oil leak, the new clutch can start slipping again. Now let's talk about clutch pedal feel, because not every clutch problem is a worn clutch disc. If the clutch pedal feels very soft, drops to the floor, or the gears are hard to engage, especially first and reverse, you may have a hydraulic problem. That could be low clutch fluid, air in the line, a leaking clutch master cylinder, a leaking slave cylinder, or a bad hydraulic line. Check the clutch fluid reservoir first. If it is low, look for leaks around the clutch master cylinder, inside the cabin near the pedal, along the hydraulic line, and around the slave cylinder. If you find a leak, replace the leaking master cylinder, slave cylinder, or hydraulic line. Then refill the system with the correct fluid and bleed the clutch system until the pedal feels firm and the clutch disengages properly. If the slave cylinder is inside the bell housing, it is smart to replace it while the transmission is already out, because the labor to reach it is high. If the clutch pedal feels very hard, the pressure plate may be worn or stiff, the clutch fork may be binding, or the release bearing may be failing. A bad release bearing often makes noise when you press the clutch pedal. A pilot bearing may make noise when the clutch is released or when the transmission input shaft is spinning, so do not assume every noise is the flywheel. Now let's move to the flywheel. A bad flywheel usually shows up when the clutch is engaging. You may feel shaking, shuddering, or chatter as you release the clutch in first gear or reverse. The car may feel like it is hopping or vibrating during takeoff, even if the engine itself runs fine. This happens when the flywheel surface is warped, glazed, cracked, uneven, or covered in heat spots. If the flywheel surface is damaged, the clutch cannot grip smoothly. Instead of a clean engagement, it grabs and releases rapidly, which causes chatter. To fix a damaged flywheel, the transmission and clutch assembly have to come out. Once the clutch is removed, inspect the flywheel surface carefully. Look for blue heat marks, cracks, grooves, scoring, glazing, uneven wear, or burnt areas. If it is a single mass flywheel and the damage is light, it may be resurfaced by a machine shop as long as it remains within the manufacturer's thickness specification. If it is cracked, badly heat damaged, deeply grooved, too thin, or outside the service limit, replace it. When reinstalling, clean the flywheel surface properly. Install the clutch disc using a clutch alignment tool and tighten the pressure plate bolts evenly in stages. Do not pull one bolt down fully while the others are loose, because that can warp the pressure plate or cause poor clutch engagement. Now let's talk about dual mass flywheels. Many modern cars use a dual mass flywheel, or DMF. This type of flywheel has internal springs and damping parts to reduce vibration. When it starts failing, it can make a rattling or clunking sound at idle. A failing dual mass flywheel can sound like a bag of marbles being shaken near the transmission area. The noise may change or quiet down when you press the clutch pedal. You may also feel vibration when starting the car, shutting it off, or taking off from a stop. If the DMF has excessive movement, rattles badly, leaks grease, has broken springs, or has too much rotational play, it should be replaced. To diagnose it properly, the transmission has to come out. Once the clutch is removed, check the dual mass flywheel for excessive rotational play, side-to-side rocking movement, grease leakage, cracks, heat marks, and loose or clunking internal movement. If it fails these checks, do not reuse it. The fix for a bad dual mass flywheel is replacement. Unlike many single mass flywheels, a dual mass flywheel is usually not resurfaced, it is replaced. Install the new flywheel with the correct bolts if your vehicle requires new flywheel bolts. Torque them to specification, then install the new clutch kit. Now the thing is, most of the cost of a clutch or flywheel job is labor, because the transmission has to come out. So once everything is apart, inspect everything before reassembly. Check the flywheel, pressure plate, release bearing, pilot bearing, rear main seal, input shaft seal, clutch fork, pivot ball, and slave cylinder if it is inside the bell housing. If you replace the clutch but ignore a damaged flywheel, the new clutch can chatter, slip, vibrate, or fail early. And if the flywheel fails a few thousand miles later, you may have to pay the same big labor cost all over again. After the new clutch and flywheel parts are installed, reinstall the transmission carefully. Make sure the transmission lines up smoothly with the clutch disc. Do not force it in with the bolts. Reconnect the mounts, starter, axles or drive shaft, wiring, shift linkage, and hydraulic parts. If the clutch system is hydraulic, bleed it before driving. Then test the pedal feel. Make sure the gears engage properly, and do a gentle test drive. For the first few hundred miles, avoid hard launches, riding the clutch, towing heavy loads, or slipping the clutch too much. The repair is also simple. For a slipping clutch, replace the full clutch kit and fix any oil leak. For soft pedal or hard shifting, repair the clutch hydraulic system and bleed it. For a damaged single-mass flywheel, resurface it if it is within spec or replace it if it is cracked or badly damaged. For a bad dual-mass flywheel, replace it. And there you have it. If this video helped you, please subscribe to the channel and also like and share this video. It supports the channel.